The UEFA Champions League matchday 3 brought lots of interesting matches, comeback wins, goals, big players stepping up to the occasion, and bigger teams claiming dominance over underdog. Here is a recap of some of the highlights that took place in all the matches. 1. Barcelona 6-1 Olympiacos. Fermin Lopez of Barcelona stole the show as he won the player of the match. He scored a hat-trick in the 6-1 demolition of Olympiacos. Kairat Almaty 0-0 Pafos FC. 3. Arsenal 4-0 Atlético Madrid. Victor Gyökeres scored a brace for Arsenal and won the player of the match award. 4. Leverkusen 2-7 PSG. The return of Ousmane Dembele, after a long spell injury, was crowned with a goal as lots of PSG players stepped up to whitewashing Bayern Leverkusen. This is Ousmane Dembele's first goal after he won the Ballon d'Or. 5. FC Copenhagen 2-4 Dortmund. Felix Unmecha of Borussia Dortmund scored a brace and was crowned the player of the match. Newcastle 3-0 Benfica. Having Baines of Newcastle scored a brace and he was crowned the player of the match honor. PSV Eindhoven 6-2 Napoli. Dennis Mann scored a brace for PSV Eindhoven to whitewash Italian giants 6-2 in Netherlands. 8. Union Saint-Gilloise 0-4 Inter Milan. Last season finalists Inter Milan proved their strength by winning away from home 4-0. 9. Villarreal 0-2 Manchester City. Again, Erling Haaland scored the first goal for Manchester City as they won 2-0 away from home. Athletic Club Bilbao 3-1 Qarabağ FK. This was the first defeat for Qarabağ FK. Gökhan Gürezeta scored a brace for Athletic Club Bilbao and he won the player of the match. 11. Galatasaray 3-1 Bodo Glimt. Indeed, Victor Osimhen deserved the player of the match award as he scored a brace, scoring as early as the 3rd minute of the game before adding another in the 33 minutes of the game as Galatasaray sealed a 3-1 victory. 12. Atalanta 0-0 Slavia Praga. Atalanta started Ademola Lookman and he played for 62 minutes before he was substituted, although he did not score and could not provide any assist. 13. Bayern Munich 4-0 Club Brugge. Harry Kane scored a goal in this encounter. 14. Chelsea 5-1 Ajax. In a match where Ajax received a red card, Estavo was the player of Chelsea. Estavo of Chelsea was the player of the match. As early as the 15th minute of the game, Kenneth Taylor of Ajax was red carded and the goals began to flood in. In the 18th minute, Mark Gueye scored for Chelsea, assisted by Wesley Fofana. In the 27th minute, Moses Caicedo scored the second goal, assisted by Jamie Gittin. Then, Wout Weghorst of Ajax scored via penalty in the 33rd minute to reduce the tally to 2-1. But before the close of the first half, Enzo Fernandez scored a penalty in the 45th minute and Estavo scored another penalty for Chelsea in the 45th minute plus 6 minutes added time to make it 4-1 at first half. Then in the second half, Tyreek George scored the 5th goal to make it a whitewash. Frankfurt 1-5 Liverpool. Dominic Szoboszlai was the player of the match as he scored a goal and had an assist for Liverpool. Other scorers include Ekitike, Van Dijk, Konate and Gakpo. Monaco 0-0 Tottenham. Guillermo Vicario of Tottenham was the player of the match. The goalkeeper was impressive, making 8 saves to keep a clean sheet for Tottenham. Real Madrid 1-0 Jude Bellingham was the player of the match. He was rated 8.6. He scored the only goal for Real Madrid. The assist came from Vinicius Jr. as Real Madrid prepares to take on Barcelona in the El Clasico in La Liga. Then the last match of the UEFA Champions League was the match between Sporting CP and Marseille. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Sporting CP as Sporting CP defeats Marseille, who were red-carded in the encounter. Geni Gatamus of Sporting CP was the player of the match. Marseille took the lead in the 14th minute when Igor Piazzeo scored via the assist that came through Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But a red card to Marseille in the 45th minute changed the outcome of the game as Sporting CP began to mount pressure. In the 69th minute, Geni Gatamu scored the equalizer for Sporting CP. The assist came from Pedro Goncalves. Then in the 86th minute, Alison Santos of Sporting CP scored the winner via an assist by Fortis Lonidis. A red card was issued to Maximiliano Araújo of Sporting CP in the 90th minute, but after VAR review, it was overturned. At the end of match day 3 of the UEFA Champions League, the top 12 teams are 1. Paris Saint-Germain with 9 points, 2. Bayern Munich with 9.3, Inter Milan with 9.4, Arsenal with 9.5, Real Madrid with 9.6, Dortmund with 7.7, Manchester City with 7.8, Newcastle with 6.9, Barcelona with 6.10, Liverpool with 6.11, Chelsea with 6 points, and 12, Sporting CP with 6 points. The bottom 6 teams at the end of match day 3 are in 31 position, Villarreal with just 1 point, in 32 position, FC Copenhagen with 1 point, in 33 position, Olympiacos with just 1 point, in 34 position, Kairat Almaty with 1 point, in 35th position, Benfica with no point, and lastly in the 36th position, Ajax with no point. For more updates in the UEFA Champions League, subscribe to our YouTube channels, Avoncola's Production and Avoncola Movie on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok at Avoncola's at Avoncola24 and at Avoncola Studio. I remain your sports presenter and host, Achebulu Joinimojo David, signing out.